I'm Miss Karen, and today I'm going to be telling you about what you're going to be doing when you are our Workbench parent. This parent has this lovely blue apron that you'll put on as soon as you arrive at 9 a.m. in the morning for the day to get everything ready to go. So you're going to have a little card in here with all of the tasks that you're going to be performing for the day, but you can also see it right here on this paper. And normally we don't take this out, but I'm going to take this out right now just to show you. Now, the first thing that you're going to do, other than put on your apron when you get in, is you're going to check the playground for trash, because sometimes people can get in there and they might leave stuff, trash, even glass, things like that. We want to make sure that the playground is completely ready for when the kids get here. So you're going to bring a plastic trash bag, something like this, and we're just going to walk out here down to the playground area. All right. Now make sure that when you go outside, you leave this deadbolt open so that you can get back inside, okay? Or you can take the keys from me if you want, just to double check. And then you're gonna go all around the playground area and you're just going to check and make sure nothing is out there. Any glass, anything inappropriate, whatever trash, you're gonna put this in a bag and take it inside so that we're ready. All right, so before we go back out again and we show you some more, we're going to show you some other things you're going to do to get ready. All right, after you've gotten the trash, you're going to go over and you're going to set up the Workbench station. Now the Workbench station is over here, and this is where we allow the children to actually use hammers and nails and to actually make their own crazy, awesome creations. So you're gonna get this opened. I can give you the key for that. And you're just gonna lay out anything that you wanna use for the day. Hammers, nails, a saw if you're up to it. You do not need to put out anything you're not comfortable with. It might just be glue if you want, but it's a lot more fun to work with the hammers and nails. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that really, really safely later on. But you're just gonna set up everything before you do anything else. Next, you're gonna go over here, and it's gonna be your job to play with children in our writing area. All right. So over here we have toys and things that vaguely have to do with writing, and you're just going to be helping them with that. They might be putting together this puzzle, they might be playing with figures or something, and they're looking for someone to play along with them. They might even be practicing their writing or doing Play-Doh. It's going to be your job to help them and encourage them and engage them as they do all of that. Now after that, it's going to be circle time. During circle time, it is your job to try and make sure that the kids are engaged, that we are keeping our hands to ourselves, that we're all paying attention as much as possible, just like all the other working parents. Now, while it's time to go to the playground, you are going to be in the sandbox area. So I'm going to show you where we go for our sandbox. Always a very popular choice. So let's go on outside. All right, I'm gonna set that there so that I don't get locked out. All right.
Are we gonna get locked out?
No, we are not.
Okay.
All right, so this is the first area of our playground, but they're actually gonna be on the other side.
As well.
Yep. All right, so this is our sandbox, and as you can see, it is covered with this covering to make sure that nothing gets in there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open it up with the other parent. You're both gonna lift it up. You don't wanna do that by yourself. You wanna lift it up and press it over against that wall there. Now you'll see there's this chain here. You're going to attach the top of the tarp to this chain here. That's to make sure that it doesn't fall down on top of anybody. We definitely don't want that. It's a big, heavy thing. We want to make sure that it's carefully secured over here. So once you have lifted it up and secured it here with this chain, you're going to get out any toys that the children might want from this bin here. Put them all out, have at it. Our rules with sand, of course, is no throwing. That is number one. We want to make sure that all the sand is kept right there. Now, there are going to be days where we're not going to open the sandbox. It could be drizzly, it could be wet. You can just check with me and we can see if we're going to open it or not. We usually do, but sometimes, especially if we're in a time crunch, we won't open the sandbox. But that will be your duty to supervise. All right, let's come on back inside. All right. Here we go. So we're gonna go back inside. The children will have snacks. You just basically help out with that. However, if anybody needs help, you just spring in and help them with their snack. And then after that, we go to room 2. Children come into room 2, you're going to be over here at Workbench. Now, the most important rule of Workbench is that we have 2 and only 2 children at a time. No exceptions to this rule. 2 children, they're going to put on safety goggles. There are safety goggles in here, and then we are going to supervise them incredibly carefully. That's why we only have 2 and we're very careful about that. Now, sometimes they're going to want to hammer nails in. I would not hold that nail for them. That's not going to lead to anything good. So we have pliers that you can hold the nail with while they hit it, and you can kind of do this from afar. Carefully guide them. Try to give them ideas of some really cool things to make. Maybe you've built stuff and you have an idea. We have lots of pieces of wood like this. They can glue things onto them. They can hammer nails in. We have some nice metal pieces with letters at the end. If you want, you can hold those for them with pliers. They hammer it down and then it leaves the impression of a letter in there. That's pretty cool. Just help them do whatever while carefully and at all times observing what they're doing. When they are done, use the Sharpie in your apron to write their name on it and then set it to the side, either over here or back here. If it's not dripping wet, at the end you can put it in their cubby to go home. If it is dripping wet, we'll let it dry and then we'll take it home the next time. All right. At the end of the day, you're going to be helping to bring the children out to their parents. So when we know that a child's parents are here, you're going to putting their stuff from their cubby into their backpack and then taking them out one by one over to their parents. Finally, it is time to clean up. What you're going to do is you're going to vacuum room 2. That's this room here. You're going to be vacuuming it. The vacuum is kept over by my desk. It's a Dyson that you can use. We have a couple other vacuums too in the hallway closet. You're going to be cleaning up the glue brushes because you might use a lot of wood glue. You want to clean that up right away. Also, we have a jar of water that you can just stick those in because sometimes it needs a little time to dissolve. You're going to put the dried projects in their cubbies, and then if you are in the pre-K class, you're going to collect the trash into one bag. That's from classroom 1, all bathrooms, classroom 2, and the 2's classrooms. Put it into one bag and then throw it away in the dumpster. And then you are done and you can go home and decompress with your child.